Welcome to Moral Education. Today we are continuing with our title Intangible Heritage in the UAE. We are using our Moral Education book Semester 3. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to describe different types of intangible heritage and they will be able to categorize the tangible and intangible things. Now let us first begin with our key vocabulary. Today we only have two words that we are going to learn. Number 1, pottery. Number 2, clay. Now repeat after me. Number 1, pottery, and 2, clay. So if we look more deeper at the keywords that we are learning today, we are going to look at the definition and look at a picture of it. So pottery. Pottery are pots, dishes, and other things that are made from clay. So as you can see in the picture over here, there is someone making a pot from clay. Now, what is clay? Yes, you do have an idea of what is clay. You play with clay when you are in school or even when you are at home. But this clay comes from the ground. Clay, it's a material that can be shaped when wet and baked to make artifacts. So this is an example of how the clay can look. Now, we are focusing on the intangible heritage. Do you remember what's intangible heritage? Yes, well done. Intangible heritage is heritage that we cannot see. For example, oral traditions. So, oral traditions can be storytelling, like how here in the UAE it is very common and very important to find out the stories of our past Emirati people. Performing arts, as we can see, there are these little girls and men on the stage that are performing the traditional UAE dance, or singing as well can be part of performing arts. Festive events, knowledge and skills to produce traditional crafts. Now, if you remember, we have learned about diving, right? Do you remember about diving? Pearl diving? Yes, that is a skill that is taught in the UAE and that can be carried on from generation to generation. Now let us look at the history of pottery in the UAE. Pottery is one of the oldest handicrafts that is practiced in the UAE from around 2,500 years ago. Wow, that is a long time. Pottery is made by forming a clay body into objects via hand building or the use of a potter's wheel, which is then placed into a kiln. So if we look over here, this is a kiln, and all these shapes that are made from clay are placed in this kiln and are set to high temperatures in order for the object to stay its shape. The clay used for pottery in the UAE comes in 3 different types. It comes in the color green, yellow, and red. We most of the time see pottery made in red. 400 different items from vases to water jugs, crocks, and pots for cooking can be made from clay. Even kahwa pots can be made from clay, and this is used daily in everybody's lives. If we look over here, we can see an example of kahwa pots that are used and were used in the past. Nowadays, we use a pottery wheel or a potter's wheel. A pottery wheel is a wheel that looks just like this, and it moves as you put the clay on it. It moves around in a circular motion very fast so that you are able to form any shape you want to form. Now we're going to look at the simple way in which we can make a product. So if we have a piece of clay, we take the piece of clay and we make it round just like this. We place our thumb in the middle and we push it around so that it can form a big hole until it forms something like a bowl. We can use any sharp objects or pointy objects to make patterns on our pot. So you can personalize it with your name. Another form of intangible heritage could be the Eid in the UAE. Muslims all around the world celebrate two very special days known as Eid. These Eids are known as Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. They are the two most important religious holidays in the United Arab Emirates. This reflects Islam's central role in Emirati life and the important place these holidays play in reinforcing family and community ties. During Eid, we spend it with our family. We show appreciation to our family mainly on Eid Day. We hug and kiss our family out of love and greet them with a lot of love in the morning of Eid. I hope we learned something in today's lesson, and I will see you for the next moral education lesson. Insha'Allah. Assalamu alaikum.